Many beginning chess players want to know openings. So openings that are easy to learn, openings that are solid, openings that are played by the best players in the world. So I will be showing you 10 openings that are easy to play, the top players play it, and it's really solid. So let's get into it. The first opening is the London system. It is being played by my students as well as strong players like Magnus Carlsen, the world chess champion. They go after d4, black goes on f6, but the move that characterizes it with bishop f4. This is the London system, the start of it. So black goes d5, but we can go knight f3. You can go e3, but I recommend just do knight f3, simpler. e6, e3, c5, c3, and it doesn't matter. So basically this triangle to get the bishop on f4, knight f3 is universal pretty much, no matter what black does. So let's say if we arrange the change the move over a little bit for black. So let's say if they go g6 instead, okay, we do knight f3. They go there, e3, the same sort of setup. So very universal, really easy to play. So going back to the original example, after c5 with c3, they go knight c6, we go knight b2, and you know that you want to develop the pieces, the minor pieces first, and make sure that we castle. So after bishop b7, we go bishop b3, and we will run it to castle kingside and have a good, easy game. So going on to the second opening that I recommend is called the Hippo system. This is a opening that's so good that even the best chess players in the world, not just humans but computers, will be losing to this. So it'll be arguably the best opening that you can play, but it's super simple. You can play against anything. For black and white, you can play the system. This system, Hippo Defense or Hippo Opening, whatever you want to call it, and you can play this for against anything. One opening for defeating them all. So they go g3, the b3, e3, d3. So the move orders doesn't really matter. You want to achieve the same sort of system. So develop the bishop g2, develop the bishop b2. We also do e3, d3. We will go to knight d2, knight e2 again, or it doesn't matter. So the method is to not push at all. Don't go e4, don't go d4, just wait for them. So if they go e4, you go d4. And the computers cannot comprehend to play against this. They'll try, they'll take a reasonable risk, and they lose. And this is going to be the best way to play against anybody, even the best computers in the world. So turn to black. Let's say if we want to play against d4. This is a really easy system that my students play on occasions. So I recommend is really easy to play as black. And is d5 or c4, c6. This is called a Slav Defense. And this one I have 6 and e6. Everything is really easy, solid, and you're going to be developing easily. Maybe bishop b6 and castling kingside. There's no problems, no really issues. So let's talk about c4. Let's say they go c4. I recommend you play what's called the Hedgehog setup. So we go c5, we go knight c3, we go knight f6, they go knight f3, we go e6. They go g3, we go b6, bishop b2, bishop b7. They castle, and we go bishop b7. They go rook e1, d6, and the plan is going knight c6, castling. It's basically universal. So let's say if you're an adamant e4 player, you want to play an easy beginner system. So you know there's a lot of complications with the e4 opening, but there's a way to play against e5 that's very, very beginner friendly. So I recommend you go knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, and if you go bishop c5 and castle. So basically the principle is just castle as quickly as possible this way. So you go e4 to unleash the bishop to be developed, and c4 you go knight f3 and you unleash the ability to castle. So everything in between the rook and the king will be able to be cleared off and just castle. So they go knight f6 further, we go d3 to protect the pawn and get this bishop out to g5. Easy games, easy setup. Knight c3. You don't have to worry about anything. White is solid is better a little bit, and you have a really easy game. This is called the Italian game. So next opening is what to do against e4. This is really beginner friendly. So I usually go e6, but I have a secondary choice that I adopted and I have my students play is the Caro Kann. This opening is really easy for even people like me that don't play the Caro Kann mainly, but it's easy to pick up and have really good results against really highly rated players. After d4, we go d5, they go e5. What does this look like? So maybe it looks like a London system, right? With d5, bishop f5? Yeah, exactly. So this sort of mindset of basically playing a London system in reverse is exactly right. So you have the same plans, you have solid positions, easy games, and you wanna just develop naturally and you're gonna win the game. So you may have heard of the King's Indian Defense as black, but if you don't worry. But this opening is really solid and aggressive for white. So if you're a King's Indian player, if you know this one, you know that Bobby Fischer, the famous world championship from the past, he likes to use this as black. But if the King's Indian attack, however, is white, is basically you're extra speedy. You have a cheat code that makes you extra fast. So why don't we play a King's Indian attack, not defense, with a cheat code that makes us extra fast at attack and winning the game. So let's get started. So this one is knight f3, knight f6, g3, g6, bishop e2, bishop g7, we castle, they castle, and we go d3, they go d5, knight b2, they go c5. Looks like a King's Indian defense, but we have extra speed, so we go e5 already. So they go knight c6, we go rook e1, they go e6, and then we go c3 to bolster up for this next setup. So if they go something passive like b6, we go e5, knight d7, and d4. And white is totally having a really good game. And white is going to be having easy games with extra space, extra really good activity with the pieces, and we're going to have an easy game to attack them with h4, maybe knight f2, knight h2, knight g4, h5. There's easy ways to play the game. Whichever flavor you want, you're going to attack the king side and you're just going to be crushing your opponents that you play. So this is the French defense. This is my favorite opening of all time for both colors. So I recommend this one for beginners, and this, at least this a flavor of the French that I recommend to you to have an easy game, no matter what level you are. So the French is like this one, and I recommend if they go knight d2 or knight c3, you respond the same way. So knight c3, let's say it doesn't matter, we'll take an e4. They'll take back the knight, and now we go knight d7, then go maybe knight f3, we go knight f6. So knight takes f6, knight takes f6, and it'll be just bishop e3, and we can just maybe just do bishop e7, castle, castle, and the easy plan is to do bishop b7 after b6. It'll be easy to play as black, no worries about weaknesses, and it'll be simple games, and it'll be not a threat for us as black. So that's really a win-win for a situation. So we have a simple game, and we're going to be easily equal as black. So the next one is the English opening. The English opening is one that I used to play regularly as white. So if you play the Sicilian as black, basically the Sicilian is with e4, c5. So if you're afraid about the complications that arise to the Sicilian, but you like to have this dynamic play, don't look any further away from playing c4. Because if they go e5, you're playing the Sicilian, but with extra speed. So I'll say it again. You're playing the Sicilian again, but with extra speed. You have a cheat code that you're going to be playing the Sicilian, but extra fast. So what more would you want to play your favorite opening, but you have an extra move, extra tempo, extra speed? You're playing the same openings, but you have an extra cheat code to play it very fast. So it's very easy to play extra fast openings. Think about it in this way. So if you really like a certain opening as black, but you don't want to play it because it's slow, really tough time to play the positions, why don't you just flip it over to the white side? You have extra speed, the cheat code to play the same opening, but you're extra fast, extra efficient, and extra easy. So why not? So they go now 6, bishop b2, d5 will take there. Knight c3, knight b6 doesn't matter. Now you have 3 castles. So this opening will be easily able to be learned, and also all the other ones you learn from black. You want to just tweak it up a little bit to have a cheat code to be extra fast. Why don't you play as a white side? It'll be golden for you. So the final opening is called the Stonewall Dutch. So by the name, you know it's going to be a wall, it's going to be made of stone, and you're going to be solid as a result. So d4, d5, c4, e6, knight c3, c6, knight f3, and f5. And really easy play. So they can, as white, go bishop f4, we go knight f6. They go e3, we go bishop e7, they go bishop d3. Basically, you can do whatever move you want. That's the cool part about the Stonewall Dutch. It's hard to go wrong. So castling, kingside, queen c2, doesn't matter. Knight e4. The castle would go knight e7, and they go h3, queen e8. Maybe just have this pathway to go to the queen. Knight f6 coming as well, and it'll be a really easy game. b6, b6, b7. There's no problems for black at all. So I have actually good results against higher rated players.